Good morning. I hope you're doing well. It's Saturday morning and we don't have a viewing or anything today, so we're gonna spend today getting some stuff packed. It's really crazy because this is technically Roman's, well no, next weekend will be his last weekend here, but this weekend will be Roman's last full weekend here. It's crazy. So we're getting some stuff packed while he's here, and oh my goodness, there's just so much going on.
So beautiful to me. Can't you see? You got the thing, Papa.
Yeah.
And then a shot, cause a snow spinning night around.
Cause baby, you're a firework. Come and show us what you're worth. Make you go up, up, up as you shoot across the sky.
What? Gonna make your cat. Gonna make your cat.
Where's your microphone? Oh.
Gonna make your cat.
It has been a very long day. A very long day. We've been, well, lots of packing. And I think we're really starting, actually, let me check. Yeah, we're really starting to get to the point where there's just not much left. This used to be just full of stuff. Now I just have some clothes hanging that the kids will wear for basically the next month. I'm really out of breath. I've been running up and down the steps all afternoon. I'm exhausted. I just want to take a shower. I'll show you guys here. Empty. And this one is basically empty. That just has some things that I think Calum will need as well. And I mean, his normal drawers are still full. I'm going to show you guys the progress because it's quite a lot. Here's the beginning of our corner. We're going to move the kitchen downstairs. We're going to move the kids' toys downstairs. And as you can see, we're putting boxes and stuff in this corner. This has some of their favorite books and some of their toys still on it that obviously will get packed next month when we're actually about to leave. The reason why we are packing so much now is because Roman will be moving first. He will be moving, and for a few weeks after that, I will be solo parenting, in that even though I will have family from the US coming, which will be really helpful and really nice, and just to get a lot of these loose ends tied up here and to give me time to properly say goodbye to my friends and to not have such a stressful goodbye like we kind of did in Germany. When we left Germany, things were so up in the air and really crazy. I didn't even get my visa because at the time I wasn't a Luxembourg citizen. And at the time, I had to get a visa to enter and live in the UK, and it was very stressful because I didn't actually get my visa to live here until like a day before we left, and it all worked out perfectly. One day later, it would have been a disaster, but it all fell into place perfectly. But it was still really stressful because the very day that we packed up our apartment in Germany was the day that I got my visa. We turned in our keys the same day. We had to clean the same day. It was just so much, and hopefully this time around, because I'll have some help for a couple of weeks, then it won't be so hectic and chaotic. But it is nice to get a lot done with Roman since he is still here, and he can also go through stuff with me, and it's our stuff. So he knows where everything is, and he can just help me arrange things and get stuff going and started so that when my family comes, we'll just continue that and it won't be so much. And I can do a lot of the packing, like some of this, like this kind of stuff that will go in boxes and suitcases. And yeah, the good news is it doesn't seem like there will be a hard Brexit, which it sounds like the EU and the UK are doing whatever they can to avoid that. So a lot of the stress for us that was on our plates about how are we supposed to move stuff after a hard Brexit when no one really knows what's going on, it seems like a lot of that has been, I would say, mostly resolved. So we're just going with it. We're just going with it, and I'm so grateful that that things are working out the way they have worked out. I will say that the more that we pack up the flat, I feel better about the move. What gets difficult for me is when I do things with friends and I think, well, I'm gonna miss these same people when I'm in Berlin. I'm gonna miss them so much, but it really does help me a lot to have the people that I have here, and I'm really fortunate and thankful for that. What was really helpful is I talked to a friend of mine from the States earlier in the week, and she said what it sounded like to her is that I'm just hoping that I can make this move without feeling any negative feelings at all. And she said that's just not realistic. That's not life. You know, this is a big move. This is a big life change. It's perfectly normal to feel sad as well as feel excited, and it's perfectly normal to feel even 80% sad and 20% excited. That this is a transition, this is a huge change, and it's one that comes with many layers and many feelings and many emotions, and that it's not realistic for me to just hope that I can somehow forget the way that I feel and just move on to the next phase and chapter of life and feel 100% good about it. And it made me, it put a lot into perspective for me, because it was totally true what she had said, that in this whole process I've just been hoping that something would switch on, and suddenly I would just feel only excited and not feel sad and not feel any negative feelings about it at all. But she's right, that's not life, and I shouldn't really feel bad about feeling that way. It shouldn't be something that I think of in a negative way. That the healthy thing is to recognize that I do have these feelings, that I should not run from them, I shouldn't hide from them, that I should feel them, because I am closing a chapter of my life. I've loved living here, and instead of saying goodbye and feeling like I'm losing such a great place that I've called home, that I should look at it from the standpoint that I've been so lucky and so blessed to have that, to have had these amazing memories, and that it's allowed me to make these friends, and to think about the fact that I have friends from all different walks of life, and I love them all so much. And it's something that I have forgotten. I have amazing friends in the States that I haven't lived near for 10 years, and some friends even longer. And when I went to university, I said goodbye to friends that I had in high school or secondary school, and yet some of those friends that I had in high school were in my wedding. So obviously I loved them and still think of them. So that instead I've had so many different types of people, from so many different walks of life, literally from so many different countries, and that these people have just added to the colors of my life. And I've lived a very colorful life. So I like the way she put it, and that really helped me.
You lost your phone.
Oh, thank you, bud.
It's all clean.
It's clean?
Yeah. Because I'm from Berlin.
You want to fly to Berlin?
Yeah, but the
Hmm.
Oh.
Hi, Callum. Did you brush your teeth? They look great.
Where?
Oh yeah, Papa's taking the kitchen down.
Oh. Why?
That way you have space to actually play with it downstairs.
What about we take the basket down?
Can you? Oh wow! All right. Can you carry that down without spilling everything?
Yes.
Because I guess technically it's boys.
Always close.
Set the rest of the books.
Books.
Yeah.
Yeah. That one can go through.
We'll organize that once we get the kids to bed. Or do you want to order food first? I don't know, 8:30?
Huh?
8:30? Should we try to get them to bed early, or?
No, it's
Okay. Alright, let's...
7:15.
Okay, we can try to put them to bed now. You guys brushed your teeth?
Yep. Done. Good morning. Good morning, ball. Good morning. trying to beat me. No, we're not. What?
You ready to get in your bed?
No.
Oh, we gotta move this. Hold on, we have to move this paper.
Holy moly, that's
Holy
big.
moly.
I don't carry that.
What?
Because it's so strong, because I cannot. Whoa! Papa, look behind. Look at my hand. Okay. That was so good. This one.
Okay, leg to shin.
Mom, Papa.
Yeah.
Mommy, give me my hand.
Date night, having Indian again. It's probably our last date night, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Here in London. We're watching some Netflix and just enjoying it. Here's my salad. Yum.